It has a lot of feeling in it. To feel the board and catching the waves, it's really amazing. And I think I should be called a waterman, not a surfer. But I'm happy to call as a surfer to myself. I'm having a good time when I'm in the water. It's a culture of surfing who own the waves, and a lot of experience in this. I meet everyday new people and everyday learning and changing the experience and the cultural things. What is a surf? And now I understood what is a surf. For me, catching waves, having fun, this is my life now. Being a surfer, I'm really enjoying myself. Surf's up.
Surfed the first time, I think, '77 here in India at this place, actually, Jagannath Puri. And then after that, Mahabalipuram and a few places like that. And Dwarka all the way up in Gujarat. So hopping around surfing, and there was never anybody there, but there'd always be at least two of us. Leave one surfboard, one boogie board, you know, and that went on and on and on and on until until 2005. We made a surf trip to Mahabs, and there was Velu and Shankar, you know? And they were pretty good. And they picked it up somewhere down in Pondi, you know, from some guys passing through.
I started surfing 10 years before, and I didn't know what is the surfing. Actually, there's some people are surfing next close to my place, and I always saying, I don't know what is the sports. And always pausing, and I saw them and sit and watching them and like, okay, it's, oh, they're doing this, okay. Then I like to try, and I don't have the board that time. So just I'm got job one place, I working and I trying to pound the board. One is lying down next to the toilet. And I take up and I fix it myself. Then put no leash, no wax, I didn't know what is that and all. Just like tied with a coconut rope, the board won't to go out, staying next to you. I'm just tightening my legs. I went to the first day, you know, and I stand up. I have fun, really enjoyed. That's there's no one else there in the water. It's a good feeling the first day is making. That's why I like keeping, like the next day I was trying surfing again.
I start to borrow a surfboard from a tourist who've been surfed it, and then slowly, like every now and I try to get the board and become surfer. And I'm originally a fisherman, so it's really helped me with the foot moves. So I'm very comfortable in the water and also comfortable in the board. That's how I start surfing. And once it's getting to the rhythm, I'm really enjoying. I just turn, it's happy to catch first waves. Once I have a first board in my life, I really have, that's my most important day of my life.
I was playing basketball with this German exchange student friend of mine, and he was the one who he was like, oh yeah, so I've come down to India with a surfboard. And I was like, what? Come down to India with a surfboard? You can't surf in India.
And he was like, no, there's a place called the Surf Ashram, just 1 hour away from here. And I'm learning to surf there. And Tushami was so excited. He was like, no way, you can surf like just 1 hour away from our college. And then we were like, we have to go find out.
So we went up to them and we met one of the devotees at the ashram, Govardhan. And he was so excited because we were the first Indians to approach the ashram outside of the ashram. And the ashram kids who were Indians were surfing already. But we were the first Indians outside of the ashram, and he was so excited, we were so excited, and it was like amazing.
When I went to Florida, I was working as a flight instructor. I had some money, so I bought a board, and like every new kid, I bought a board which looked the fanciest, what pros ride. I must have caught only 10 waves in those 6 months, but it got me really fit. It got me really excited, and I never stopped. I watched many videos, learning how to duck dive. and it was hard, but I loved it. And then when I finally came back to India, I met Tushar and Ishita from the Shaka Surf Club, and that was the first time I rode like a fun board. And the first wave I ever paddled for, wow! I paddled, I stood up, and I went a little left, and I'm like, wow, I know how to surf. And that's when I didn't want to stop.
Right now 35 people surfing, good surfing, and but my school some conditions, local children's. I'll give the board free, I'll give the lesson free, local children's, not for elder, okay? But some conditions, no drinks, no smoking, good surfing, good education, go to school every day, Saturday, Sunday leave, come to surf, and beach cleanup program, participate, and any old age people in the street, helping, talk to old age people, sending old age home.
I started surfing and I love surfing now. Is the connection between water and man is so bonding that you could feel like a spirit getting into you from the water and just calming you down from all the noisy things around the concrete world. As you know, the land has become a concrete jungle, and so we are trying to become wet and keep wet like that, so we be soft at heart also, as the water is so soft to us. So that is why I love surfing, and I will keep loving it also.
Surfing, it's a very nice exercise and very nice fun. In the water, will feel like very cool. When I grow up, I want to be like Kenny Slater.
When you go paddle out deep into the ocean, the moment you see this a wave coming down, you forget everything, and the seconds you stand up in the board is like the best moments of everyone's life who surf. And that is what happened to me when I took my first wave.
Surfing for me is freedom. Like, you know, it's the freedom that you can't get anywhere else. Once you get into the water, it's like, you know, it's your own world. Whatever you do, it just depends on you. You don't have to depend on anything else other than Mother Nature.
So essentially, what we're doing in surfing and in kite surfing, all the energy originates from the sun. The sun, which is so far away, and it's this ancient energy, it heats up our Earth's atmosphere, and it causes the pressure gradient, which gives us a lot of wind, and the wind, of course, creates waves. So as a surfer, we're tapping into that ancient energy as it transforms from a mechanical liquid state to being dispensed, right? In the barrel of the wave is where everything happens. The same thing with kite surfing, we're channeling the energy of the wind, Vayu, into our bodies and getting to do all these aerial acrobatics that you see. So really what it's all about is getting close to nature, channeling that energy and creating that deep connection and compassion for our natural environment.
When I'm in the water, it's just about having fun, you know, it's when I'm happiest. And the ocean has been like my greatest teacher. It's taught me to be humble, yet confident. It's in those moments when I was like scared out of my mind, you know, like charging for waves. When you look back, you know, it just looks massive. And it looks like this massive problem, but it forces you to like push yourself and overcome your fears, and I apply that philosophy in my life every day.
It's humbling. Some days it makes you appreciate life so much, and it completely blocks everything away. You're in that moment.
My family, why you taking the boats? Why you are always spending that? What are you going to get it? What is the benefit? I feel like mama, like, you know, I love it. It's something going to happen, but by explaining, they won't understand what is that.
10 years ago, there was less than a dozen surfers. Way less, maybe 8. And now, 10 years later, 150 maybe, and growing every weekend. When surfing got too big, I found myself wanting to move on and go find that scene again where there's not very many people, where everybody's a brother and a sister and a friend in the water. And when I got to India, I felt, well, I found the utopia, the Shangri-La of surfing.